Hello and welcome to the resurrection of the Roman Empire. We will be conquering a large amount of land. We will be resurrecting a long forgotten faith. And we will take over the world. However, right now, we're not quite in that position. We are all the way down here as one Greek dude. He's 25 years old. There's nothing really special about him. He has a kind of rubbish education. He's a little bit slothful. He's very patient and trusting and honest. He's just a normal person. However, from him will spread the line of the family which will take over the world. So, we gotta get started. First goal, because he's in the Byzantine Empire, is going to be to take over the Byzantine Empire. We want to get all of this under our control. It's a very good start, gives us a good basis for resurrecting Rome. However, we can't quite do that yet because, once again, we're just this one little Greek guy. So, easier goals. Well, first goal, probably, would be to take over our liege's title. That would give us a little bit more strength. It would allow us to be directly reporting to the Byzantine Emperor. That's a little bit of a better situation. Also, once we get his titles, we can then start to maybe spread out into here, take a few extra bits of land, and generally gather some more power. We also have some small nations next to us, which we may want to eat, and that may allow us to expand a little bit quicker, get some more land into the Byzantines, and generally will make life a little bit easier. So, right now, we have 533 troops. Our liege has 825, so obviously, we're not going to beat him as things stand. However, we can work on that. So first things first, let's get an ambition. Now, the ambition I'm going to take is build a war chest. Why am I taking this? Well, because I would like to get some more money, and this one gives us national tax modifier if we can get 300 gold. So I'm going to do that, and then immediately I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go, oh, the Jewish merchants have 300 gold. There we go, we have achieved that ambition. We'll need to unpause the game, but I'm fairly certain that we've done it. We also need to choose a focus. Our focus war would allow us to have a few extra troops, which is probably what I want to go for here. Let's just pick war. Immediately, it kind of makes up for the lack of the fact that we have no martial. We have pretty much nothing in any stat of any note, but our martial one being low doesn't really help us when our goal is to attack our liege. Next thing that I want to do, probably make sure we have a council set up. Now this guy has 2 martial, and that's not really going to work. Is he better at anything else? He's better at stewardship, where he has 8. We can maybe switch him in here. Who's the best person we have for that? We really don't have anybody who's good at martial. Actually, our spy master there. He does have 20 intrigue. He's very good at intrigue. Do we have anybody who would join us with some martial? Drone Court, yes. Hi, Marshal. This guy is going to join us. He's going to be our new Marshal, or Protostrator, as it apparently is. I'm also going to switch this guy over to being our Skeleros, something like that. I apologize for pronunciations right off the bat, but there we go. So we'll get him to collect taxes. We're going to ignore what this guy's doing because we're replacing him in a second. Right here, in terms of a claim, I could probably try and get a claim on these guys. I do have a Holy War CB already. So maybe what I want to do is start getting a claim further out. So maybe a claim... Is there any of these guys independent? So you have that bit of land. Are you just independent? Is this all... So that's all this guy's land. So what I think we should do is just start fabricating a claim there. We only have 4% chance yearly of getting one, but if we get a claim, then that would help us out quite a lot. Court Chaplain here, is he the best guy for the job? He's the only guy for the job. Perfect. Now we could get him to improve religious relations. Currently we are Iconoclast, so our religious head is the Ecumenical Patriarch. I don't really see a great need to improve relations with him right now. We haven't really got anything that he does that we need. Yeah, so what I think we might do... Hunting apostates is fairly good. Piety is something that we might want some of. We don't really need to convert any land. We could research cultural tech as well. which could potentially allow us to push up some of these extra ones, but nothing cultural checks are really going to help us. I'm just going to leave them on Hunt Apostates. It's generally alright. Okay, now we need a court physician. So, well, there's no valid candidate, so we are going to have to go and search for one. So I'll just send out some messengers saying we need to go and find a court physician. Also, I noticed here that our commanders are not very good. So I'm going to recruit a few more of these guys to come and be commanders. So I'm going to invite to court and invite to court. So a couple of capettes are going to come and join us. Right. We have 3 children who lack childhood focuses. Our son, I'm thinking I'm going to give him a thrift one. That will kind of help with his stewardship and his diplomacy, which is what he currently is going for, which might help out when we start to... Did I change? Yeah, that's what I meant. I managed to change my map mode. Anyway, so that will help out when we're trying to intrigue our way in charge of the Byzantine Empire. Next thing that we need to do is the next child. This is... let me just have a look here. This is just our only daughter. That's fine. Only daughter... Thrift is probably going to do well for her as well. And then our son here, well, you know what? Why mix things up? Have 3 thrift ones. We have an idle council member, but we know that already. And we need a designated regent. Probably best to be our wife, Margreta. Yeah, she'll probably do well. She actually has very, very similar traits to us, doesn't she? Huh, okay. Anyway. She'll work well as a designated regent because she will generally act as we want her to. Right. So that's fine. Anything else that we need to jump on before we start the game up? I think we don't need to do anything else. We should complete our ambition immediately, so let's unpause. Well, there we go. We've fulfilled the ambition to build a war chest. We now have 10% extra tax for a few years. I don't know how many years it is. It is for 4 years. Yeah, it's not bad. So basically what that means is, because it costs 50 effectively to take that loan out, if we make 50 from that 10% in the next 4 years, then it's worth it. But yeah, it's alright for just now. Become a Paragon of Virtue seems a little bit out there. Make a friend, create a treasury, acquire a title. That's directly from your liege. It doesn't mean if you conquer your liege's titles, as far as I'm aware. Groom an heir, I think, would probably work then. It does increase our fertility, which means we're probably going to have more children. But it means that we can maybe boost up our child a little bit. Yeah, it's also the most achievable. That's fine. So that one's gone. And now we're just waiting for people to join our court. Perfect. First guy joined our court. He, one of the capettes. Next one. Does he have any claims? He has a couple of claims, actually. Yeah, all up in West Francia, but maybe there's something we can do with those eventually. I mean, it's unlikely, but maybe. We have our 18 marshal guy. He is going to come and be our protostrator. And then he is going to train troops in our capital here. And that should hopefully give us a few more to potentially attack our liege with. Why would I offer a 200... gold donation to my liege? Because he's building a war chest. We're not going to do that. It's worrying that he's building a war chest, but there we go. And there's our other capet, and they can lead our armies. Seems like a generally good idea overall. Means that we have okay leaders. Right, how many troops do we have now? We have exactly the same number as we had before because the game hasn't really gone on that long. So that's a Byzantine holy war for Ored. Let's have a look here. So, Ored, is that nearby? It's that little bit of land there. Don't need to worry about it then. One of your messengers returned with news of an old nun residing in the convent of Nickley. The pious woman has worked for years in leper colonies of Nickley, where she licks away the pus in patients' wounds and eats their scabs. Something for which she has earned the name Eupraxia the Holy. If you were to donate a tidy sum to the convent, she would come and work for you. Sounds disgusting. Sure, come and join me. Okay, she doesn't seem like she's amazing at, being a court physician, but whatever. She's better than what we had before, which was nothing. Right, how many troops do we have now? The exact same number, because time still hasn't moved that long. As the council meeting ends, Bishop Gerasimos pulls you to the side. He talks to you at length about the need to respect the authority of the Bible when making decisions in the council. Apparently the council is in agreement on you having neglected to do so, but fortunately, Gerasimos offers to help you. So I can say, sure, that's great. I owe him a favor, and we get piety, or I can say, no. I'm going to say, no. I want to owe him a favor. Right. Wait a second or two here. So he has 900 troops, which probably means that we have a few more. Yeah. Well, let me see here. We have 601. Yeah. So we're still not entirely able to attack him. How much money does he have? 70. What we could probably do... Now, what wars have we got against him? Independence from him. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm more looking for a way to take his lands. What kind of factions have I got? Increased council power. That's not really what I'm looking for either. What I might want to do is change my claim to get a claim on his land specifically. If I got independence from him, that would allow us to be directly underneath the Byzantine Emperor, which would be cool, but still not exactly what I'm looking for. I might just chill out a second or two here. I could always start building as well, start building like militia training ground or a keep and get a few more troops available, but yeah, we'll chill out a second or two, let, you know, everything settle and then we'll work out where we're going. My wife is pregnant again. Cool. That is probably going to be inconsequential, but that's alright. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unborn child is surely causing some humoral balance, which is affecting her mood. Now, one thing I did do before starting this campaign is I did turn all of the pregnancy events down into being limited. So there's going to be a few of them, but they're going to be less common than they are in some of the other series that I have, just because they seem to pop up a lot, and they add an awful lot of extra spam. If you have like 10 children, you're getting maybe an extra 100 events from your wife's being pregnant, which can take up a lot of time. So they're going to be slightly more limited than you might be used to. Anyway, do I buy my wife something nice? There's a chance we become charitable or kind, which are generally good traits. And our wife gets more health. You know what? Sure. Sounds good. We didn't get charitable or kind, but our wife has more health, and that's fine. We have a son named Ustrastios. Cool. That is absolutely fine. How is he looking here? He's got 908. We have 830. So we are definitely in a position where we could easily take him on and absolutely destroy him in a war. We don't necessarily want to, but we could easily do it. See, what would this allow us to do? So increasing council power just means we can increase council power up and up and up and up. That doesn't necessarily help us. What's his succession law, out of curiosity? Viceroyalty. Huh. I have no idea where that is going to lead in terms of things there, or what it should be. I don't know if I've seen one of those, or like played with one of those before. What I might... Yeah, I'm still considering independence. I think what I might do is wait for a claim and then go for independence. If I'm waiting for a claim, I should probably get somebody who's better at getting claims. What are you good at? You're only good at diplomacy. So I would have to fire him to do that, but he's not really got that much power. Let's look for somebody who's... Alright, I'll reset the list. And then look for somebody who's willing to join me with diplomacy. So we get 13 diplomacy. Is that much better than 11? Not really. That's not really going to help us out then. Okay. Continue chilling out here. What I could also do... Oh, some new land has joined us. That's fantastic. What I could also potentially do is invite some nobles to court and just kind of RNG it, see what we get. I don't necessarily think we need to do that, but we could. We definitely could. Oh, there's a Byzantine revolt and the fall of the Avars. The Avar Khaganate was established in Europe in 567 after the Avars had migrated into the Carpathian Basin from the east. They crushed the Gepids and allied with the Lombards to form a strong realm in the area. For long periods, they alternated between conflict and truce with the Eastern Roman Empire and had close dealings with the Lombard kings. Now, however, this once proud realm has fallen. The area is no longer ruled by an Avar dynasty and shall once again be known by the ancient name of Pannonia. Sic transit gloria mundi. So we should have a Pannonia somewhere around here. I cannot see it immediately, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just unpause, let that continue on. Through staged war games and large-scale exercises, I feel confident that I can master one of the main military disciplines. Well, that's interesting. Let me just raise up our troops here and have a look. So, we have a lot of heavy troops. So what I'm thinking that we should do is go for a heavy infantry leader, because we have a lot of heavy infantry. I know, it's a shocking path that we're treading here. You realize that to become a great fighter, you would need to get in better shape. There's a great path in the nearby woods that would be excellent for running. Let's go running. We're going to increase our efforts to become a great warrior. Let me just see if there are any plots that I can do here that would be useful. Again, no. I wonder, if we were to become independent, could we potentially plot for this guy's land? I think we could. And that's a potential route to take. The only thing about becoming independent is that it does really open ourselves up to being attacked by other people. Right now, we're hidden underneath our liege, and our liege, we can kind of prop up a little bit. Like, if he gets in trouble, we can raise a few extra troops, help out. But right now, if we were to break free, he can attack us. We can be attacked from the west as well. In fact, you know what we could do? We could potentially attack the west. They do have 1.5k troops, which is quite a lot. But there is potential for us to get a good attack in here. He's got non-aggression pacts with these two, but no alliances. And where is this guy's land anyway? Yeah, it's way too far away to help. These are fairly low fort levels, so we could definitely siege it. So if we were to get in here and somehow win a battle, we could potentially take all of that land, couldn't we? Buy Holy Ward for it. That would get me the Them. Oh no, that would get me all the land in the Them. So that means I would take those two. Then if I break free from my liege, I would have 3 out of 4 of the Them. If we go de jure, I would have 3 out of 4, and I would be able to usurp it from our former liege, and that would then get us a duke level title. Then we'd have a de jure claim onto this. That would then allow us to take that, and that gets us 4 provinces. Sounds like a plan to me. Have we got any mercenaries that we could hire? Let's have a look. Actually, how much money does he have? 100. So he can't hire any mercenaries unless he takes out a loan, which I don't believe he'd do. So we could hire one of these ones. We wouldn't be able to afford them for very long, but we hire 1,500. We take the 800 odd that we already have. That gives us 2,300 against their 1,500. Now there are mountains here, which are going to be a slight issue, but I think we're going to be all right. Yeah, I'm going to declare the war. Let's go for it. Holy War. Right. So, raise up our troops. And then we're going to hire... Now, do I hire these guys, actually? They're slightly cheaper, but they are also 100 less troops. Do anybody use, like, even cheaper? They're very cheap. You only get light infantry, though. It is tempting to just take the light infantry. We can hire them for longer. Let's do that. We also get this Krokodil Company, which sounds awesome. So we'll have him. We'll have... Well, if we lead, the nice thing about us leading is that we get the morale bonus as well from the ruler leading. So we're just going to walk directly into this land. As war grows to be a constant presence in your life, you have on several occasions faced, nay, almost courted death. Aha! Become brave. That is fantastic. That gives us a little bit extra martial. Means that this is really easy. Hypatios insists that I help him get an old hat to fit. A very futile task, as he's too big for it now, as I've already told him several times. Since a no child tells me what to do and I get some prestige, or I can give in to his demands and he can become willful. Now, I don't really want him to be willful, because I believe that willful leads to ambitious, and we don't really want him to be ambitious as the second son. Hypatios thinks I'm mean for not helping, even stuck his tongue out at me. So he became willful anyway, which does lead to ambitious. Yeah, okay. Now we don't quite have full morale, so I'm going to chill here until we can get that, and then I might attack in there. Widespread rumors say the ecumenical patriarch Nicetius leads a most wicked lifestyle. Quite unsuitable for any priest, and even more so for one in its exalted position. Ah, so he's a wicked priest. Okay, we'll pray for his eternal soul. Continue our siege. Oh, is this... These are just hills. Okay, so what's the hill negative, just to double check? So it's about a 20% boost in most power, apart from archers, which go up to 50%. Okay, so we should be fine with double the troops to attack in here. I think we are just going to do that. Yeah. And we have an extra flank, which is perfect. They will probably be able to get their extra flank on the 3rd of December, but I think we've already destroyed them. The foggy weather is getting to me. Turning to the sky, I take a deep breath. The pompous soldiers of the High Chief Mijat have been sending their best at me, and my limbs are becoming heavier with each step I take. So, I can duel the commander myself because I'm brave. I'm only slightly better than him. That seems very dangerous. I can accept an injury, which is just a black eye, or I can hide behind a tree. I think we'll take the black eye. That's fine. We're young enough that a black eye is not going to kill us. Now, yeah, that one army that joined there just joined the center, so we're flanking them completely, and we have destroyed them. We're now going to head back to their capital in the quickest route we can. And we should now just be able to siege. Somebody else... Oh no, nobody else is... Wait, did somebody else join this war? Yes. Eprius joined the war. Now that is awful for us, obviously. We could hire a few more troops if we wanted to. I'm happy to stay here and siege. We should be fine. We are sieging quicker than they're sieging. But only slightly. So we've now taken the capital. They have taken our capital. It's a worrying state of affairs. So this is 11%. They are sieging quicker than we are. I could assault this down. And then attempt to get here. I wouldn't be able to assault that down. I think what I need to do is I need to hire some more troops. That's going to cost quite a lot to hire some more troops. And it's going to really deplete our levies very, very, very quickly. We're not going to be able to get enough men to attack there. I think we stay and we siege. I almost feel like we have to assault, but I want to just wait a second here. We just died. Oh, alright then. What? Count Anastasios has given up the ghost at age 27. He died of poor health. Although not especially blessed, we hope that Anastasios will find peace in the afterlife. He definitely wasn't blessed. He died of a black eye. Count Theocharistios. Merely 10 years old, the realm was left in the capable hands of the regent and council. Long live Count Theocharistios. Or Theocharistos. Okay. That's quite obviously awful. I think we can still win, but it is obviously awful. I've been playing with the priest for a while, and some of the other people in the temple are getting ready to leave. Ooh, perfect. I'm going to steal these alms for myself. That gets me an extra 40 gold. I could then use that to hire some mercenaries. Let's do that. So I'm going to hire these mercenaries. Where did they appear? I just hired the mercenaries, but where did they appear? What? Why did they appear in Africa? It's gone. What? Let me just check what it says when you hire mercenaries. They will appear in or around the capital. Yep, you see that? They will appear in or around here. Not here. Okay, well, obviously I'm disbanding them because they're a waste of money. Plan B. Assaulting did not work. I think we just lost a holy war. Okay. Well, things have gone from bad to worse. I think I'm just gonna surrender if that's alright with you. Yeah, let's do a little surrender. Okay, well, that was horrible. I'm gonna disband the troops. They would like me to ransom my sister back. I will accept that. Yep. Can I have my mother as well? Yes, I'd like to ransom my mother back. I do not have 10 gold. Okay, well, with that, I'm going to end the first episode. Thank you for watching. Things were going really, really, really well until they weren't. So, as it is the first episode, this is the only time I'm going to mention it. Could you please leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, all that sort of stuff. If you enjoyed the episode and you want to see more of the series, it helps the series grow, it helps the channel grow, and it makes me feel better. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.